Good, everybody. This is Y and Z, a conversation between the generations. I represent Generation Y. The name is Jay Clark. My other co-host over here represents Gen Z. Yeah,
Generation.
that's
Yes, sir.
Davian Lewis. How are you this week, my brother?
Hey, man, it's a great week. Weather is getting back a little bit better. I'm feeling like throwing some on the grill. The pollen ain't too bad just yet, so my allergies haven't whooped me too bad. Like I said, we're still in that sweet spot until we get
A
a
little
little
hot
bit
right
further
now,
away
though.
from
The heat,
here.
the heat, it's a little. We in a little bit of a warming pattern right now with the weather
Yeah,
system. Um,
it's getting a little bit more humid down here in New Orleans, so that is a whole process in itself. Of I wake up every day and I'll be like, "Ugh, I need to take another shower, another shower, another shower." You just feel so sticky.
oh yeah, that's the worst part. That is the worst part. Like, share, subscribe. Y Z the divide. Before we get into the craziness of today, I just want to point out.
No, you will
Yes,
not say
yes,
it.
yes, I will.
No,
Go back a week ago. Go back 2 weeks ago. I didn't shave for a week, and we already. Hey, you okay over there, Gen Z? This a week.
oh,
This
we are
it ain't
just
it ain't
fine
even full, and it's just
in
a week
our
of.
22-year-old body. We're
Whoa,
fine.
whoa, okay. Now this almost 40-year-old body be in the gym. I be, don't get it
Oh,
twisted, sir.
okay.
Don't get it twisted, sir.
Now tell me, how long are you in there before you have a bathroom break?
Oh, sir, sir. Let's get into some craziness today, because let's take it to the group chat, because apparently that's where if you're not talking about something, you're not talking about nothing. Because as much as we try to stay positive, it's a dumpster fire out there right now. This is just something that's just like, my God. If you've seen the news, you've seen the whole journalist being included in the group chat. Um,
You know, me in my head. Let me tell you what my
okay,
initial thoughts
come on, sir,
were
come on.
when I read this. I was like, "You can text war plans." This is
No,
my first thought.
you're not
This
supposed to.
this is my
That's the whole
first thought. I'm
problem.
like,
That's the whole problem.
I didn't realize that you could text war
I mean,
plans.
you
I
can
thought this might be something that would be in a secure room,
you can text
only can be
anything. Question
discussed.
is, should you? That's the question. Is should you? And yeah, there's protocols. Many places have protocols. Um,
Better yet, let's go a little bit further. If the journalist would have never said anything, they could have written a book's worth. If
okay.
they would have started scrolling back up in the group chat, who
Well,
knows?
you know how group chats work. You don't necessarily get to scroll back. You don't
Now,
necessarily,
sometimes you do, depending on
depending
the
on the
group chat.
platform. But let's take that out of the equation because he got out. I might have stayed in for a little bit
Oh yeah, I would have let
just
it go on a week.
just to see
If
how
this
much
is what's being discussed in a 24-hour time period, imagine what's going down in a week.
yeah.
I would have milked it.
You invited me to the party. I'm not gonna kick myself out early. I'm gonna be like, oh, what else we got here? Let me snoop around a little bit. Just you open the
Look,
door.
because obviously I've been incorrectly added. So I'm gonna give them time to figure out that this is not the person that they meant to add into the group chat.
I want to know what happened when he got the signal that he left. And apparently they didn't even realize that he left, which is ridiculous because you can see so and so left the chat. Hell, in one of the screenshots from today of the quote unquote classified stuff, because they dropped everything because they coming at homeboy's integrity. He was like, nah, hey, okay. I held back on some of this, but here you go. Check it all
Right.
out for yourselves. You literally see at one point they changed the setting for how long until messages disappear. Apparently, this app comes with I think like a 1 week standard or something like that,
Yep.
and they changed it to 4. So you know when homeboy left the chat because it would have said number so and so would have left, and smart people because I know in group chats I'm like who hell family chats I'd be like
Who just left?
who 510 who 510 hell sometimes if I call into a work meeting it's
Oh, yes, sir.
hey, who is who 563? Who number 563? You so
You
you
meant
telling
to
me
be here? Like, we got to do some checking around here. If I ain't got your
right.
contact saved, oh, we about to do some checking around here.
And that's unconfidential mess. That's That's hey, what we bringing to Sunday dinner? Sometimes type
Right, right. You
conversation,
see what I'm saying?
not war planning. Like,
These are war plans that were slight after executed. It's just, it's wild to think. But okay, and then this is another thought that came in my head. Not just too long ago, we're coming up to 10 years ago.
close.
Well, it's been over a decade.
But her emails. But
Oh,
but her emails. But her email.
the emails. That's all you heard about was the emails. The emails. The emails is what stopped that woman from becoming president. The emails.
And then have you watched any of the any of the hearings? I guess let's call it that. Have you watched any of that stuff? Bruh, these folk are caught dead to rights and are
Yeah.
still nah, ain't no confidential. Like I literally watched one exchange where man was like, okay, here's the government, outline for what gets constituted as a confidential,
Confidential.
top secret information. Okay, does this fit the guidelines? Yeah. Or as I saw Gabbard at some points was like, I'm not familiar with those guidelines, or we use different guidelines, and it's just like you are either incompetent or an idiot, but either way, you can't be in this role. Either way, but they sitting here trying to.
The people are dumb. I think that's the only way for me to be able to describe it. The people are dumb. Or they think we're dumb.
It's both. It's both. It's idiots who think they're smarter than people they believe are idiots. And it's
Yep.
like, no, no, sir, we're more intelligent than that.
I'm not understanding whatsoever how you accidentally add. And let me say this, and it's not even accidentally adding the wrong number because I think we've all done it before, which is why I don't judge people who put wrong people in. Let me tell you why. I don't judge people who put descriptions by people contact names. You got to be like Josh from the cookout from 2003 because you might have 15 other Joshes in your phone.
Got to
I don't
differentiate.
judge people. I quickly found out you need that.
Well,
So
but
you
here's
don't
but here's the problem.
add them.
They're like anybody who you might have confused them with was already in the chat. So who'd you think you were adding?
Exactly. Who was supposed that's what I want to know. Who was supposed to be taking the place of the journalist that was in that chat?
Did your fat fingers maybe just I don't know, but again, here's the best equivalation I can put it to. We're outside and we're getting wet. And we're getting wet because they're peeing on us. And we're like, "Hey, you're peeing on us." They're like, "No, it's not pee. This is water." I just had my scientist do a diagnosis on this, and that's not H2O. Scientifically, they're saying it's pee. No, it's not pee. It's water. So wait. P has this elemental composition, and those are the elements that this scientist just told me that's in this. It's not water because water is H2O, and this has some other stuff. No, it's not pee. It's water. It smells like pee. It's yellow like pee. The scientists have told me it's pee. It's pee. No, it's water, and it's just like motherfuckers. This is pee. I don't unless you out here telling me you drinking this.
Let me tell you, let me ask you this question. What's worse? Talking about somebody and accidentally sending the person. So you ever been talking about somebody and then you
That's
accidentally text that person? You talk that's
so.
one.
Mhm.
Or accidentally adding the wrong person to a group chat.
The worst is the talking about the person, and that because let's put it this way. Even in this situation, if it's not a reporter, it's a good chance that this doesn't come out because for anybody who's not of that mindset or understanding, it's just like, oh, okay, I'm in the wrong thing. Let me get it. The reporter is like, oh, there's some people need to know there's something wrong going on here,
Yeah.
or this shouldn't be happening. I have methods to put this out. And so I think it's one of those things where if you just in the wrong group, you just in the wrong group. Have that happen all the time. Okay, yep, I'm out. Like what like not concerning me, whatever. But in this situation where it's like this it ain't just a simple group project that I'm not
This
a part of.
is
No, this is
this is the American government, not just politics. This is war strategies.
our government is losing all credibility on all fronts because
This is a reality TV show.
regardless of why, like again, you are either incompetent at your job or you're an idiot. Either way, you don't need to be working it. If you don't
And first of
know
all,
that
if
this
you're
that
not even so you had a slight dab of intelligence to know that you wanted to discuss war plans aside from your regular texting app.
they
So
don't
this
text,
is
you're
not
not
text
supposed to text.
messages.
That's the problem. You don't text this shit. You get clearance, and it's only supposed to be discussed in certain situations. And you, knowing that, aware of that,
You went and
oh
get
yeah,
another app
we're just gonna text this
that
out.
does delete messages. So you're like, oh, I'm smart. I'm about to finesse the system. We're gonna be talking about this, and they'll never know.
We know. We know. Inmates are truly running the asylum. This is a dumpster fire, which has led me to we gotta talk about this movie from back in my day because it's
Little 4 year
unfortunately
old Xavier, little 4 year old Xavier.
yeah 4 year olds living because unfortunately it's a
It
comedy,
resonates, bro. It
it's a
resonates.
satire, and unfortunately it is resonating on a level that it should not be resonating right now. And I'm talking about the movie Idiocracy, released in 2006. This isn't some major blockbuster hit. This isn't some like, oh yeah, no, it's a small little, you know,
Satirical movie.
satirical movie done by Mike Judge, starring Luke Wilson and Maya Rudolph. So it's in that Saturday Night Live kind of vein. And literally, the
Right.
concept is these two individuals selected for this government experiment in 2005 because it's released in 2006. Some ish happens and they wake up 500 years later in the future in a world that is just being run by the dumbest of the dumb. Essentially, the concept is what happens is as if we kind of see happening now. The people who know better, the more intelligent people, are not having as many children. They're not
Right.
populating. So essentially, this thesis is it's only the idiots populating, and therefore, you just eventually, with the decompromising of society, you get a bunch of idiots because they're the only ones who are having children to the point of they don't know to use water to grow crops in this future anymore. Terry Crews is the president. They don't know how to
Stupid, by the
speak it.
way.
Like, it is ridiculous. But watching this movie, it's like, my God, we are living in today. Like, because it's all about, hey, do the, it's all that stuff. And it's just like, this is scary
Crazy.
because we are
It's
on that route.
yeah, it's crazy in the sense to me that it's kind of like The Simpsons. And people always allude to The Simpsons like, oh, they were predicting the future, predicting the future. No, they weren't. They were just trying to find what then seemed like the most outlandish happenings. And let's make a let's make an episode about it. In this instance, let's make a movie about what we might feel from the director's point of view is the most outlandish things. 2006, we don't foresee this happening within the next 20 years. Let's just make a crazy movie about it.
But it was so sensitive that even back then, you might not have heard of this movie because it wasn't really widely released. Fox did not want to offend its audience. So therefore, it was like in and out. They did not want a lot of eyes on this because they did not want to offend their audience. And this is in the era of Flavor of Love. Okay.
Right.
Like, this is peak reality
Flavor
TV.
of love. Peak reality.
Hell, Donald Trump is on the air with his show. Like, this is mid 2000s reality TV is blowing up.
Up.
And they're like, yeah, we don't want our audience to feel offended by this movie where the future is full of stupid people. That lets you know. That lets you know right there. Like,
There is it's such an interesting thing to see how true most of what's in that movie is happening. When you told me to hit it up, and I was like, okay, let me watch this movie, and I started watching, and I was like, wow, wow.
It was so on point. Let's put it this way. It's so on point that 9 years ago, for the 2016 election, it came up again where they compared Trump to President Camacho in the movie. Yeah, the man's name is President Camacho, who echoed the same political divisions of characters in the film along the lines of science, business, entertainment, environment, healthcare, law enforcement, and general politics. 9 years ago. So Trump's first term, they're like, hey, this is quite similar. It's even more similar now because we literally see how they are trying to destroy the fabric of American society through the government. It's it's ridiculous how spot on it is, and it's got some good laughs, but it goes from that comedy to oh shit, this is hitting close to home for a movie done in 2006.
Like it's I have no words. I'm sorry. Just go watch the movie, y'all. I don't know how else to describe to you how much this movie emulates regular society. And of course it is still dramatized. Like, of course, yes, everyone is not idiots. Of course we know that. But the vast majority, Jesus.
You see the path. Hell, we just saw the Department of Education eliminated because they feel giving education back to the states is going to help, when in fact the Department of Education was created because the states weren't properly educating its citizens. And we all know how poorly education is treated in the Deep South. Like, what the fuck do we expect to happen here? We don't want to teach them real history. We only want to teach them this American idealism that is so far off and is simply just rooted in white pride. Let's be honest. It's that's
We just gonna be real.
like hell. You wanted to get rid of the accomplishments of Jackie Robinson and claim Jackie Robinson wasn't political when literally Jackie Robinson is the definition of DE&I and is the true representation of why you need DE&I. And of course it was political. And in fact, Jackie Robinson was selected because he could handle the politicalness of it, versus there are several other figures who are named who are told talent wise were as equal, if not possibly even greater than Jackie Robinson, but couldn't be brought to the league because they would smack a motherfucker.
I think people need to realize, yes, DT is the president. But I think people need to realize Elon Musk is running this country.
I just want to know what the line is going to be.
My mother works for the VA, so she's technically
Oh,
a
she right in
federal
it.
employee. It's crazy when my mom is telling me, "Oh, we out here getting emails from Elon Musk." What? 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 Asking them, do they want to take, severance or anything like that? Anything to get them out the door? It's wild that
It's
in the year of our Lord and Savior, 2025, this is what America is.
and I really need the Democrats to get on board because unfortunately they are between a rock and a hard place right now.
Very bad.
My problem is we're going downhill. We're going downhill fast. And they're trying the natural reaction of, okay, when you're going down, I'm trying to stop. I'm trying to brace myself. I'm trying to prepare for the bottom. No, let's just get to the bottom because I think, unfortunately, slowing down that crash or trying to make sure everybody lands at the bottom safely in a way only lets people get used to the bottom. If we take our time getting there, then the things, if you draw out that road, eventually you get comfortable on that road and how things are versus how things should be or where you were just at versus
Right.
if you just crash and hit the bottom, you're more likely trying to get back to where you were versus, oh yeah,
Right.
okay, this is yeah, it's not great, but we've been living like this, and it's that gradual downturn, which is what essentially idiocracy is about. That gradual until you get to the bottom, where it's like we don't even really remember what the heights were like because it took us so long to get to the bottom. And I think that's the problem because yeah, if we do it gradually, you're trying to brace people, prepare people, save more people. No, unfortunately, we kind of just need to get to the bottom so we can begin to work our way back up. Because at the end of the day, you can't stop the train from moving. And I think that's the thing. Is like, okay, cool. If we're gonna do this, yeah, I'm not gonna let you do slow. There's that wall. We're gonna go full speed into it instead of giving you the chance to, hey, I just put this wall in front of you that's gonna try and stop you. You're gonna try and break yourself or find a way to get around it. No, I'm gonna just spring it on you at a moment's notice. Let's hit this wall. And okay, cool. Now we got to figure it out that we're here.
Because
No longer
because
falling anymore.
if we talk about that in the financial perspective, I'm really just trying to figure out what is gonna turn this country another way from hitting a recession or a Great Depression.
Financials, anything. Because here's the thing. In the commercialism sense, or at the economy sense, like as we've heard over the past couple of years, these companies have raised prices. And as things have stabilized, they haven't brought them down. Why? Well, because you got used to paying that raised price. And so I think it's the inverse of that. If we don't allow people to get used to paying that raised price, because essentially, yeah, eggs are high as fuck right now. $10 a dozen or whatever it may be in your neighborhood because it's very varied.
Right.
But let's put it this way. Eggs used to be $2, $3. They are now $10. The longer we allow them to stay at $10, that shock wears off, and now I am comfortable or have found a way to sustain myself either through less eggs or buying eggs at this price. Versus if we cause that shock and then force something to be dealt with right after, yeah, I'm more likely to try and get back to these $2, $3 prices because we've stopped it. Versus if eggs keep going even higher, by the time we fix things, yeah, we may be back at $10 and viewed as okay. Yep, they were $20. Now we're back at $10. When it's like, no, they got the 20, but they should be 2 or 3. So we have to kind of eliminate that comfort of the struggle, and
Right.
we
Right.
just need to get to the end game and be like, okay, if it's all going to be destroyed, let's destroy it all, and then we can figure out how to rebuild. Versus we're on the slow path to destruction, and by the time it's all ran down, people are like, oh yeah, homes without roofs. When's the last time we had a roof? $10 eggs? Oh, that's cheap. They were 50. That's cheap.
Let's
But
just put it like this.
yeah.
I think we're in that space right now. We've officially hit that 5 year COVID mark.
That just happened too.
5 years.
People don't want to go, but it's like you're now going backwards to that kind of stuff with the way things are going because they like you're talking about they trying to privatize the postal service. So you trying to find a way to make more money to make money off of you doing a service to me and getting mail, which I'm paying for in some circumstances anyway. Like it's literally all these things gonna get to the point you're not gonna be able to afford anything in life because they trying to squeeze every penny
Every dime.
out of you. And in
Every dime.
sense, use that to control how you live life. Okay, cool. I will ration out based off your hours of work. Okay, yep, this is the kind of house you're gonna have. You're gonna get these 3 meals every day at this specific cost. It ain't gonna be nothing good for you or whatever, but yeah, this the food that your class is gonna dictate that you get. These are the type
Yep.
of things you're gonna and it's gonna be like the haves are gonna be living this. It's the Hunger Games. The Hunger Games. Like
Oh
what the
yeah.
district's gonna be. The Hunger Games. We can easily see that happening now, especially with the way you're trying to drive everything back to the States. Do y'all, especially in the South, do you not know how much is subsidized by quote unquote democratic areas because they have the better economies like California and how they fund a lot of stuff in the South? Okay, yeah, let's go back to the States. Let's really see how well Alabama can do if Alabama is taking care of Alabama. There's a reason these services were put into place because Alabama, without its slaves, does not do well in taking care of Alabama. And Alabama ain't had slaves
Thank you.
for a while, and we see how bad Alabama is. Just as an example, Mississippi,
Thank you. Thank you.
Tennessee, West Virginia, like all these places where the folks ran out to vote for Trump and not really realizing. at these low level again, and at these low levels, this is what's keeping you at this low level. Okay, we're
Right.
gonna take that away too. Okay, let's see how bad it gets. Like, yeah, it's
Welcome to
idiocracy.
America.
Yeah, welcome to America. It's we don't try to go here too often, but what happened this week? It was just like my God, like it ain't even been 100 days yet. We are still in the first 100 days. It's literally only been like 2 months.
I keep forgetting that.
It's been 2 months. It feels like this man been president for 3 years already, and no, it's been 2 months, and we are. It could be a hot summer if you know what I mean by hot in a lot of ways. Like when they talk about them
Oh,
summers
definitely.
during the civil rights era and how those were hot summers,
It
and
could be
then
one of them.
it could be interesting because I don't I pray we just don't roll over and take this because right now every blow is just oh okay oh okay. Now at what point are we gonna be like nah fuck this?
Oh, speaking of boxing, George Foreman.
Ah, R.I.P. R.I.P.
And let me just say this. I'm too young to know about George Foreman's boxing career. I'm too young.
So am I. I only know him because of the
My
grills. The grills,
man,
literally.
man,
That was the
before
90s invention. The George Foreman
came
grill was
around,
a 90s staple. That man was on television all the damn time on all the infomercials. My George Foreman grill.
that man was a revolutionary to the black household. Thank you.
Like that is probably one of the greatest second career turns you will ever
We have
see.
ever
Ever
seen.
seen.
Just to change it up right quick. You have a few black household appliance staples. You know, a crock pot, a slow cooker, a cast iron skillet somewhere up in there, a good baking dish, one that everybody has used or grandma used to have a good baking dish.
The Le Creuset, yeah.
Right, right. But then in the 90s, an appliance that became essential to the black household was a George Foreman grill.
The fact that you just named a bunch of different appliances, right, that are standards that you're going to use. His is the only one with a name attached to it. And we did all
Yes,
seen a variety of information. His is the only one, like, regardless of the brand, design. You go, oh, is that George Foreman grill? Because it's that he is that associated with that style of product to where
yes.
it could be whoever. And you're like, is that a George Foreman grill? No, actually, this was done by, whoever. But he is that synonymous with that product in a realm that you don't see people synonymous with kitchen products. Like
No,
people have their brands, their lines and stuff, but this product is literally associated with that man in any way, shape, or form. Like that is
like
and on top of that, the boxing
not just a grill. That's
right
a George
Foreman
Foreman
grill
grill.
grill.
And you knew you was something when you had the grease trap that somehow always end up lost. But
Yeah, that George Foreman grill was crucial in college when on the
man,
low,
what?
on the low when you're not supposed to have no appliances in the dorm, but
Oh
you're
man,
trying to get
please.
you a good meal. That whip out that George Foreman real quick.
Like to all of my Gen Zers who have no clue what this is, just think of your modern day air fryer, but it's a George Foreman grill.
No, okay. And
No, they don't do the same
in
thing,
terms of
but they hold the
popularity and
same
what kind of
semblance to
yeah,
us.
yeah. I'll give you that. Yeah, but yeah. George Foreman. It's just he's one of them folk. He's one of them folk which we don't see again. That second career term because you got to think like he's a boxer and he was in the heyday with Muhammad Ali and Frazier and them, and so
Yeah, yeah.
you're talking like 70s. So to be that notoriety to go away and then come back and have that second career like that's like if Beyonce went away during the 2010s and came back now with her perfume and her vodka and all that, or whatever she's trying to sell, and became a superstar in that realm. Like those things were
Better
revolutionary.
yet, let's just say Rihanna would have had more of a hiatus because Rihanna has
And then
become,
Fenty, yeah,
yeah,
in
she
a
has
way,
become. Rihanna never has to release another song a day in her
and she's
life.
not going to,
Let's
and she's not going to.
don't say that. Don't no.
It's she
Don't
she confirms it
no.
time
I
and
am
time
believing.
again.
that before I get ready to croak over, I need one Rihanna live performance. I need
That's the
one more
that's
album.
the problem with y'all generation. Y'all don't know how to let go and continue to march forward
We
on.
just want one more.
Y'all
She's
get
not
baked
done.
into what these things are and be like, come on, yeah, come on back. I need it's like, no, let it. She did her thing. She had her time.
I
She's
can't
moved
go
on.
buy a lingerie set for myself, or I want one more live concert.
Actually, you can because she got that Fenty for
No,
men, which I have yet to get something. It looks good. I've heard it's comfortable,
it
so
does look good.
you can still engage in Rihanna support or that relationship with product consumer buy. You can still do that with Rihanna. Go get you one of them silk men pajama sets or whatever. So it's you don't need the music for that because she's not giving it to you, bruh. And I don't blame her in this day and age.
Man, bump all that.
Just you just need your one.
I just need that one live concert, bro. She ain't got to put out an album. Just do one more world tour. I'm there.
That woman
She's
is
never.
happy being a homebody with her children and her husband. Or are they? Oh, no, are they married? Yeah, they
I
married.
think they're married.
Yeah, they married. So she chilling with her kids, her husband. Rumor is she may be pregnant again. Like she just popping them out. They just, you know what they doing, and I ain't mad at him. He just got out of. He not gonna be sent up the river for a while, so they trying
Right,
to enjoy
right,
their
right.
happy home. And I
They
think,
happy, bro. They happy.
who
They
needs that?
happy.
It's YZ conversation between the generations. If you spent any time with us today, we appreciate you.
Yeah,
Thank you.
yeah.
Like, share, subscribe, all that good. Hit that smash button, make a comment. Yeah, please. All the begging that you see, please, please, come on, give it to us. No, but really, if you enjoyed it, send it to somebody you think might enjoy it. Let us know. You got to hit us up. We got it. And yeah, we're going to enjoy this dumpster fire still because I ain't in
Hey,
control.
bro. Dumpster fire. You know what that sounds like to me? S'mores. I
Well, hey, if you know anything, which is I guess what I'm waiting for is if we gonna go down, black folk gonna have a good time doing it. And so that's
bro, this is the hope that I hope Gen Zers are understanding in being a black individual. We persevere. This is what we do. It's not like we ask for it, but when it does eventually come, because for some odd reason we're the only ones that recognize that it's always going to come back around. When it does eventually come, we know how to persevere and survive through it. So,
it's
like, I need all the Gen Zers to like chill out, calm down. We gonna get through this. The only way you don't get through this is if you sit back and be like, you know what? Nope, I'm not going through this. All right, you either go through it or die in it.
and it's one of those things as you like to bring up because of these grays. I'm a little older, and definitely you start to see that spirit coming along where it's like you want to hold the reins. You want to drive things when you're younger. Okay, this is wrong. We got to fix it. We got to. And I get all that, and nobody's saying just be straight up pacifist. Like, yes, let's hold these people accountable. Let's do what we can do on all
Right.
levels to make things better. But also at the same time, that spirit of you know, your grandparents would have that spirit sometimes. It just is what it is. I'm just taking it day by day, and it's truly because, yeah, there's gonna be highs, there's gonna be lows. It's not you're not going to be able to make your life all the way up all the damn time as much as we all try to sell that dream on social media. No, there's gonna be highs, there's gonna be lows. Just gotta take it a day at a time. And as long as I got Jesus by my side, that's hey,
Hey,
it is what
hey,
that's
man, I am finding more and more ways to grow. Just me being young, I'm finding more and more ways to just grow content with life. I think contentment is that place that keeps you to be like, you know what? I'm content. I have hope for tomorrow. I have hope for a better future. But even if it doesn't come tomorrow, I'm still content. I'm taking it day by day. I'm moving ahead. I'm doing these things. Even if it feels like I've taken 3 steps back, gives me more room to move forward. I'm growing content with life.
and I think because even when you first said the word content, I had a little bit of I need to correct him, but at the same time, no, content is the right word because it's not necessarily about being stuck where you are.
Yes.
Content really is that may not be perfect today. Today might have been bad, but it was what it was. I tried my
Right.
best, or at least I tried something, or hey, there'll be tomorrow.
Yeah.
And I'll strive again tomorrow. I may fall further down, I may climb a couple steps ahead, but whatever the day brings, it's that balance of yes, yeah, this was the day.
Right. Right. Content doesn't need to be confused with being stuck or being, comfortable. Um, but it's just
Or
like,
settling. I think a lot of people like to say content and settling as if
yeah, yeah, yeah,
settling.
yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
But not at all. Content is just like today was today. That's fine. Today was today.
The Lord
That's
allows me to see one more. I'll put my feet on the floor and take some
Hey,
steps.
that's it.
That's all we got. And that's all we got for you today. Once again, like, share, subscribe. We're gonna get into some more of these generational problems that Gen Z has next week because I got some good sources about all the issues that Gen Z has, especially coming into adulthood. But yeah, this was one of them weeks. These idiots, I tell you, if you want an uncomfortable laugh, again, check out Idiocracy.
Oh
Uncomfortable
yeah.
laugh, because there gonna be some laughs. You're gonna be like, ooh,
Seeing this in real time.
seeing this in real time. But until then, we appreciate you. Young blood, stay safe out there. Keep your head up.
Yeah, yeah.
Until then, continue to try and grow some facial hair. Maybe I'll send you some. Uh,
In the episode. In the episode. Just go. Just go.
peace.
Just go. Just go.